All right, welcome back to action. Sorry for the slight broadcast delay. We're in the bottom of the first now, and we got out of a jam. Coach Little, you're going to recap us on that?
Yeah, it was a bases-loaded jam. The leadoff batter, Boyce Reed, walked, and second batter, J.J. Spafford, hit a double. So we got runners on second and third, no outs. Short fly ball by Brooks Hassan-Cleaver. Short left field, too close for the guy to tag up. So there's out number one. Rowan Christensen then comes up and walks. So we got bases loaded, one out. The next guy, Eli McCall, short pop-up in the infield to the first baseman, got out, two outs. And then the last guy that up to bat, Connor Davis, struck out on the 2-2 fastball to get us out of the inning, bases loaded jam. So that was good for us.
Yeah, Logan Matlock on the bump, and what a great job by him, not panicking. You get in a situation like that.
That's right.
So to start the bottom first, Andrew Taylor got a single. Mason Kincannon, the second batter up, hit a shot into left field for another single. So you got runners first and second. Alex Martinez just got a little piece of it.
Well, really, Buzz, that was a bunt situation.
Yeah,
runners
really
on first and second.
Accomplished what he wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, he moved the runners. He got the job done. And it's funny, Kincannon tried to bunt before, didn't get it down, got to a 3-2 count, hit a line drive to left to now you got runners on first and second, no outs.
And
now
you got your four-hole hitter up, Max Howerton, first baseman for the Grizzlies.
It's always nice to draw first blood. So let's see if we can get that done.
Take that inside pitch for a strike.
Yeah, he just barely got that on the inside corner.
That's Boyce Reed on the bump for the Bentonville Tigers. Rowan Christensen catching. 0-1 to Max. There's a shot to the first baseman. He'll throw it home. Make the play there. So Howard going to go to first, but Taylor was thrown out at home.
Yeah, he broke on the crack of the bat, and unfortunately, fundamentally you're supposed to hold on balls to third, first, or back to the pitcher. You only go home on a situation like that when the ball's hit up the middle. That was a mistake by the Grizzlies right there.
Right fielder, Elijah Fieri.
You got a really pretty speedy runner at third. This might be a situation where you get a first and third, try to get in a rundown, try to get that run across. Especially if if he gets to two strikes.
1-1's the count after a strike in the outside corner. Fieri looking to Coach Ken Cannon for some direction here.
Look for the guy at first base to see if he leaves early.
Two down for the Bears. Great opportunity here to get a run. Chopper back to second. He'll tag second, and that'll end the inning. So the Bears had an opportunity to score some run there. No blood has been drawn. 0-0 after one. We'll take a break. Come back with some more Grizzly baseball. Stay with us.
Second inning. No runs are scored.
Commercial break.
Between life, work, and family, sometimes the person that you need to take care of the most is you.
At Fort Smith Therapy Health and Wellness, you're never alone. Through our counseling, we can help you regain control of your emotions, mental health, and life. We provide both face-to-face and virtual therapy services. Whether it's for your child, family, or yourself, Fort Smith Therapy is here to help your true self shine through.
Schedule your appointment today with Fort Smith Therapy Health and Wellness.
All right, welcome back to action. Just a big shot from Casey Christ, second baseman for the Tigers. Hits a shot into left field. Jackson Stevens couldn't get a jump on it. Boy, it came off like a cannon. Bounced over the fence, so he'll be at second base. Connor Adair, center fielder for the Tigers, with a man at second. Matlock's first pitch a little high. 1-0 to Adair. That one a little bit low, just like overcompensated a little bit.
Well, he's
2-0.
The guy at second's kind of getting in his head. He needs to focus on the batter.
There's a strike, 2-1.
Boy, that painted the inside corner. That's
What did.
That, even if he swung it, that's hard to do anything with right there.
And he held up for a little bit. You didn't know what call you were going to get, but nice pitch from Logan. Logan had a big outing against Southside in the first game at Southside. Run ruled him 10-0. Shot in between first and second to right field. Play at the second. That's got to be an out. Oh, he saved him. He came off the bag. Came off the bag, and I don't think the Standard saw him. Had his back to him. He comes off the bag. I think he had him, he thought, to begin with. Now Coach Hankins comes out and wants a explanation for that.
Well, by the body language of Standridge, he felt like he touched him.
I think he thought it too.
I think that's what he was, because he didn't give it a second thought after that.
No, that was Connor Adair who slid into second, and they had plenty of time to make the play.
And it looked like Connor did a great job of, making a slide to the outside part of the base to make it tough on the tag, and maybe that hook slide got him in there. You can't really tell from here. But the umpires are discussing it.
How often do you see a call overturned?
Well, I mean, how can you – I've seen it happen, but how can you ask the home umpire who is staying at home because there could be a play at the plate to overrule a play, that far out?
He got him. He's out.
But he did.
Good job. Coach Hankins pleading his case. And now the Bentonville coach wants to get a word. And Davis is staying on second. He's not moving. Not until the Bentonville coach has his say. That's Todd Abbott. Both teams in the situation right now, Coach Little, they got to have W's.
Yeah.
And so anything in a game like this could be a turn that could cost you or win you a game. And having a runner at second and third, with they're showing one out.
Well, yeah, I'm going to tell you, if I'm Bentonville's coach, I'm doing this as well.
Oh, for sure.
Because maybe Standards did tag him. I hope he did.
Yeah.
But I don't know how the home plate umpire can overrule that from where he's at.
Well, they may want to appeal to the Grizzly Sports Network and see if we got a good shot of that.
Yeah.
All right. They will send Adair to the dugout. He's called out. So there'll be a runner at third. That's going to bring up Bodie Giss, left fielder.
And, you know, and they gave the Bentonville coach some time to blow off some steam, and I'm thinking he could have said whatever he wanted. He wasn't going to get kicked out.
You know, that's a good point because they owed him that.
I think so.
You know, I mean, the man came off the bag. And Standridge didn't seem, but felt like he already tagged him out.
That's the way Standard's body,
Yeah.
you know, it's what it looked like to me.
All right, Bodie Gist at the plate, 1 down. Takes a ball from Matlock. Fouled that one off. 1-1's the count, 1 down. Outside part of the plate for a strike. 1-2.
You know, that looked like it was a little bit off the plate, but you know what? As a coach, if the umpire is consistent with that, you use that to your advantage as a pitcher, and you know that as a batter.
There's a hit into center field. That's Andrew Taylor tracking it. He goes all the way back. And it is actually got caught in the regular part of the fence, but they have an extender there where it's not a home run. So he'll go to second base. That was well hit.
Sure was.
And the wind is blowing in. He caught all
Now
that.
batting number 16, Boyce.
Yeah, the wind is significant enough where it will affect the ball in flight. Not only did it hold that one up, but it also pushed it towards left field as well.
Yeah, there's been a couple of really sharp hits to left and center, and definitely hard to track. I talked to Coach Frazier about this a lot here at Hunts Park. Normally, on a clear day, you're looking right into the sun. It affects your pitcher, it affects your fielders, your infielders. Today it's overcast, but the wind is doing some really crazy stuff. It's like it's swirling. Oh, nice change up there from Matlock for a strike.
Yeah, I think we got weather coming in tonight.
Yeah,
we should be able to get this game in before it starts. But one of the things with the weather tonight is some wind. We've had some pretty windy days these last week or two, hadn't we?
Yeah, we really have.
It's kind of cut back on my fishing.
Oh, this is Boyce Reed, the pitcher, leadoff hitter, the Tigers. Right back past the pitcher and off the hands of Standridge, off the glove of Standridge, I should say. He was trying to gauge what he needed to do to throw him out.
Well, it was going right towards the base, and I think that might have affected him a little bit. He tried to cut in front of the base, and just a little bit short on it.
Batting number 2, J.J.
So Reed, who walked his last time at bat, got a single there.
Got a courtesy runner for the pitcher, so I expect Bentonville to be in motion here pretty quick.
J.J. Spafford at the plate. Pops this one up, and it will be out of play. 0-1. Runners at first and third. 1 strike and 1 out. Spafford, who hit a shot to left field last time at bat. It's a lazy one. Jackson Stevens squeezes the glove, gets him out. Score a run.
Still expecting, this guy's up to bat. They want to get the runner in scoring position. So I got a feeling first or second pitch, the guy on first, he's gone. So we'll see if Logan slide steps, get the quick pitch, keep him from getting such a good jump.
And he is going to get the steal.
That was close. And that was a breaking ball right there.
Yeah, that was Hayden Oliver who's pinch running for Reed, gets the steal. 2 out, runner at second. Brooks Hazen-Cleaver, first baseman, take a strike, 1-1.
You know, as a pitcher, if that umpire, and that's the second one he gave, I think probably 3 or 4 inches off the plate, I'd live there until he quit calling that a strike.
That's the direction he was going, and he called a ball. A little bit from where I'm standing, it looked like it might have been a little bit low, but it's the direction.
Yeah, it was a little low. About. Yeah, it was might have been a little low.
2-1. A runner at second.
Guess that one was just a little bit further off.
Bears down 2-0. 2 down in the top of the second. Here comes the 3-1. It's a strike. He'll load it up. 3-2 now.
This would be a perfect time to try a little pick move at second. He's not going on the pitch, but he does have some wheels.
Pop that one straight up and out of play. I'm not sure where it's going to come down, but
further on back.
Now, these overcast days, sometimes you lose it in the clouds. We talk about this every broadcast. There's a gap between the cover over the stands and the net behind home plate. And in that gap are a bunch of innocent people and equipment. That a ball sure ruin your day.
Yeah, you're right.
3-2 to Hazen-Cleaver. Check swing. Call the ball. Runners at first and second.
Now batting number 17, Rowan Christensen.
All right, this will be the catcher, Rowan Christensen. Walked last time at bat.
Two outs. Runners will be moving on the crack of the bat, Buzz.
Foul tip. 0-1. Right over the head of Christensen.
Yeah, he came over didn't quite get the spin on that.
Good pitch, 1-2.
You know, Buzz, you know what you don't see in baseball hardly anymore? Knuckleballers.
You know, and that is if you can throw a knuckleball, just watching the pitch come at you.
Oh, yeah. Great pitch right there.
Fouled
Great.
another one off, still 1-2.
That was a fantastic slider right there. Yeah, you don't see knuckleballers anymore. Back when we grew up, you'd see them a couple times a year.
Yeah.
You don't see them anymore.
You know, it's right now, I think it's all about the velocity and the spin.
I agree.
Ruck him out. All right, the Grizzlies gave up 2 runs in the top of the second. We're just going to stay with it.
2 runs scored.
For those of you who are tuning in, I just want you to know that Buzz called me earlier I was in Orlando, Florida.
That was this morning.
And he said,
about 9.
I need you here today. So I caught a flight back for this.
Man, I appreciate that.
You bet.
Just for
you.
this.
Anything for you, Buzz.
That means so much to me.
Disney World's not that important.
So much to me. No big deal. And I was invited to go fishing with you last week.
That's right.
And I just
And you
couldn't get away.
shot me down.
I
Twice.
couldn't get
Twice.
away, but man,
Twice.
there's probably, I don't know, there's a lot of things that I like to do. Crappie fishing is definitely one of them. Speaking of fishing, your daughter is sending me pictures of these bass that she's catching.
Ashton caught a 5-pound bass today.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Sure did.
Right off your back step, isn't it?
Right off the back step. And that's the second one in a week.
Yeah. Well, I've
she's
got
caught.
both pictures.
You got them?
Got both pictures.
Those are wall hangers right there, you know. But the true sportsman that she is, she set it back. Let somebody else catch it. I mean, that's just the kind of fisherman she is. Now, if it's crappie, she's not putting them back.
You catch any crappie there? Have you found a place?
We caught a few, but it's really not a crappie lake.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I tell you that, it'd be great if the Grizzlies can answer right here. And, need to get base runners. And, in the first inning, we had runners on second and third and stranded. Of course, they had the bases loaded in the top of the first, and they stranded them. They got some key hits that inning. We need to match it.
Cash Standridge. A righty against a lefty here. Down 2-0.
Batting number 7, Cash.
Takes a ball first pitch. Ooh, swing and a miss.
That was a very, very, very tight spin on that one. Two sliders in a row. Got to go with it. Take it down that left field line. He'll be standing on second base.
We're going to have Coach Frazier call in. I think we've got him right now. Coach, can you hear me?
Somewhat. Hang on just a second. All right, you got me now?
We got Coach Frazier on the line right now. He's driving back from Oklahoma City. Got a chance to watch Jet play. Coach, we're down 2-0 going in the bottom of the second. Are you able to pick up any of this?
I have not until about the last 5 minutes. I hadn't been able to get Game Changer or YouTube on my cell phone.
Where are you right now?
I'm in Muldrow now.
All right. Coming out to the ballpark, or are you headed somewhere else?
Yes, sir.
Well, come on. We're in the bottom of the second.
Evan Ross.
All right. Well, we look forward to seeing you. Coach Little's here along with Ashton. We're kind of in and out of raindrops. We had to shut the broadcast down early.
I saw something today. I saw who the real fisherman was in the Little family.
Did you see that?
I did see that.
Yeah, we talked about that a few minutes ago. 5-pound bass.
Ashton's about ready to start her own TV show.
Well, that's what I told her. I said the Grizzly Sports Network would be happy to, an errant throw from the third baseman.
Coach Frazier, just wants you to know that not only one thing is she learned from the best when it comes to fishing. And I always say this, and you've heard this saying before, I taught her everything she knows, but I didn't teach her everything I know.
Jackson Stevens.
I hear you.
All right, we got Jackson Stevens, the left fielder, up now. Got a runner at second after that errant throw to first from the third baseman.
Yeah, he sailed that to right field.
Yeah, that was Connor Davis.
So we're down 2-0. How'd that happen?
Base hits.
Yeah, we did a good job in the first inning. Top of the first, Logan did a good job, didn't panic. Had bases loaded a couple of times with one out. And he was able to pitch his way out of it, got a couple of pop-ups, and struck the last batter out to get out of that inning. But They just had some base hits. They had some guys that are hitting some hard shots into the field. It's overcast. I think they're having a hard time judging some of it. It's weird because the wind is blowing in, but the ball's just cutting through it. It's just one of those kind of days.
It was blowing 30 miles an hour all day in Oklahoma City.
Well, they say that's coming here. So.
All right, here comes the 1-1.
Yeah. I've gone through a little bit of rain, so I'll see y'all in a few minutes.
All right, Coach Frazier, look forward to seeing you.
Yes, sir.
All right, that was Chad Frazier. And he was in Oklahoma City watching Jet pitch. I don't think he's pitched for 2 or 3 weeks. He got the opportunity today, and Coach wasn't going to miss it. 1 down for the Bears, 2 is the count. Our left fielder, Jackson Stevens. A little better throw that time from Connor Davis, third baseman. 2 outs now for the Bears. Still have a runner at second. That's Evan Ross, DH. Reached second on a bad throw to first. Third baseman, Lucas Calderera, batting in the 9th hole. I like this kid, Coach. He is.
Oh, yeah.
If I was a coach, I'd like to have a bunch of Lucas Caldereras. Football, basketball, baseball, it didn't matter what it was.
Yeah, he's a great kid. Hopefully we can get us a 2-out hit right here.
Will that stay in? Oh, that's on the line. That's a fair ball. Are they saying that it's a foul?
Yep.
Are you serious?
Well, I see.
Looked like it hit the white.
I see Coach Frazier, Max Frazier. He's the first base coach.
Now, he didn't argue with it.
He's not arguing. I think it might have hit 2 millimeters off that line. That would have scored a run right there.
For sure.
Calderera
would at least be at second.
Yeah. Lucas, he's one of the great things about Lucas Calderera is he lives in a great neighborhood, and he's got some great neighbors.
Who lives there that I know?
Well, he lives out there at Sebastian Lake.
Is that where all those 5-pound bass are?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That's where they're at. But, they're going to get tight-lipped if Ashton keeps catching them. They're going to catch on to it.
You sure she's not catching the same one over and over?
Well, that if she did, then that fish is not very bright.
Got to be smarter than the fish, right?
I looked at the pictures of both of them, and they've got a little bit different markings on them, so it's 2 separate fish. Come on, Lucas.
Scoreboard shows 2-0, but I think it's 2-1. Hard hit. Well, what a nice play by Connor Davis, the third baseman for the Tigers. What a snag there. That's going to shut us down in the bottom of the second, 2-0. Tigers have the lead. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
All right, welcome back, Hunts Park. 2-0 is the score. Logan Matlock will stay on the bump for the Grizzlies. We had a slight broadcast delay in the first inning because of the rain, and everybody's just keeping their fingers crossed right now that that doesn't happen again. You know, one thing I like about it being overcast, not just that it's cooler, but all of our cameras get better views.
Sure. Yeah.
Normally looking into the sun. I think my favorite view is the one from center field that Brandon is in charge of. And when it is, well, there's a hard hit right past the shortstop. Andrew Taylor will have to round that one up.
That'll be ruled an error right there. That was one of those hard hit balls, Buzz. You don't know if you want to charge it or back up and play it on the hop, and it kind of short hopped him.
I'll tell you what, you have seen some hard hit balls from these Tigers.
Yeah. Boy, that was close.
Max thought he had him.
That was a great pitch.
Yeah, this is Connor Davis. Just made a great play at third for the Tigers.
You know, he made that error, throwing error, and then he came back and made two great plays to strand the runner, so he made up for it.
Oh, what a nice changeup to strike out Connor Davis. So one down with one on.
Now batting for the Tigers, number 1, Casey Chris.
He had a big hit. Can't remember. It was his last inning, wasn't it?
All right, Casey Christ at bat for the Tigers. Again, Logan goes to first.
Lucas Calderera playing on even with the bag. That must have been just a tad high.
Logan's keeping him honest. We'll go to Bentonville tomorrow night. Play these guys in the second game of this series.
Maybe. Maybe.
Must have a W today.
Storms are supposed to be coming in.
It's going to hit tonight, isn't it? And then be bad for most of the day tomorrow.
And I do believe they play on turf. So if it clears up before the...
There's the throw to second. Man, he had him. He was out 4 or 5 feet from the bag. What a
great
nice throw from Alex Martinez. Mason Kincannon.
They'll play tomorrow with 20-mile-an-hour winds coming out of the north. You better bring your jacket.
The temperature's supposed to start dropping towards the weekend. Two down with nobody on. 3-1's the count. Foul tip. So Casey Grist, who's not a very big young man.
Those are the ones you better fear the most. That's right.
There's a shot into right field. That's going to be Elijah Fieri. Squeezes it. That's going to in the top of the third. Good job by the Grizzlies. Still down 2-0. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back.
REP is your trusted source when it's time for you to sell your business or if you are looking to acquire one. We offer a variety of services that help prepare your business for sale, and we also counsel and advise you every step of the way. We take pride in our experience, market knowledge, and integrity. You can be assured your business is in the right hands. Resolution Equity Partners, partnering with you now, preparing for the future.
Beautiful facility, Grizzly Field at Hunts Park.
Yeah, Buzz, this is a place I grew up.
It's historic,
Yeah.
you know, for the guys that did grow up here and can kind of picture what it used to look like.
You know, I played boys club football, played for Orrin Elmore and Adam Webster.
Oh, man.
And then over here in American Legion, I played for the famous Big Al Swaim.
Oh, he is famous.
Jay Motor. We were the motormen, and I loved every minute of it. Took a lot, learned a lot from Big Al.
Taylor.
Learned a whole lot.
Center fielder, Andrew Taylor at the plate.
But this place didn't look like it does now back in those days.
Turf, to me, really just makes everything look clean. I mean, I guess there's no real replacement for grass. Boy, there's a shot to short. Throw to first. Out number one.
Yeah, he hit that sharp. It's just right at him. Yeah.
Now batting,
That
number
was
one,
J.J. Spafford. He's
Mason Kincannon.
shortstop for the Tigers. Now Mason Kincannon made the nice play at second. He'll take a strike.
You know, Buzz, I've kind of got a little bit vested in both of these teams. You know, my daughter works for the Bentonville
That's
School
right.
District. She worked at Bentonville High School for the last couple of years as a speech pathologist.
Why did she not come today? We could
Well,
all be together.
Yeah, we could. You know, that's a good question.
Oh, 1-1. Right up the gut. Kincannon with a well hit ball.
Yeah, he got that. He got his hands through that one really well.
Now Boyce Reed still on the bump for the Tigers.
Now batting, number 21, Alex Martinez.
One down. Runner at first. Martinez at bat.
You know, Kincannon, that pitch was on the inside, and he drove it up the middle. You only do that by keeping your hands inside, and he did a great job on that pitch.
Hey, Coach, Danessa Teague did some color for me for the Northside Southside Lady Bear game.
Okay.
Did such a great job, and we're going to do another one tomorrow if it doesn't rain. If we get lucky, we'll be doing the Lady Bears playing against har-ber, and Danessa will be there. So if you're close, she would love to see you.
I'll be close. Yeah, if they got the field tarped, hopefully, you know, they can get it off and get it dried out.
Got a runner at first, one down. Martinez with a 1-1. Lefty against righty now. Another hit to shortstop Spafford. We'll throw Martinez out at first, but Kincannon will go to second.
Yeah, high hopper there made it, you know, it had been tough to get the guy at second, so he just got the sure out.
Now batting,
Now we need a base hit with runners in scoring position. We got to break this cycle right here.
You got the cleanup hitter. Max Howerton plays first base for the Bears.
You got to wonder, with the base open with two outs, is he going to give him anything to hit? And if he does, Max needs to take advantage of it.
There's one there. Hits it second base, and that's going to be an out. So the Bears with another opportunity had a runner at second. Can't get any runs on the board. 2-0 the score. Stay with us. We'll be back at the top of the fourth.
Consumer notice. Interest rates are at a 22-year high. To gauge the demand for lower rates, or Chevrolet of Fort Smith is holding a great percent event. 1.9% financing for 60 months on select models is in effect. New 2023 Silverado 1500, new 2023 Equinox, new 2023 Trailblazers. 1.9% financing. Plus, get over $3,000 in or extra value. Or Chevrolet of Fort Smith.
You always get more.
At Hug Chevrolet Buick GMC, we dial 782-8940.
This is Joe Calderera with Taliano's Restaurant. We call 782-8940.
Keep warm this winter with a York high-efficiency furnace. Or for more information on endless hot water and a high-efficiency tankless water heater, give Blaylock Heating, Air, and Plumbing Services a call at 782-8940.
That's 782-8940.
2-0 the score after 3 innings. Grizzlies done a good job in 2 of those 3 innings to keep Tigers off the board. Excellent job in the top of the first. But we've had our opportunities too, Coach, and we just have not capitalized on that.
Yeah, we've had runners in scoring position in the first and third, and couldn't get that key hit to get them in. We're going to have to get some of those.
Crunch time.
Batting number 5, Connor Adair.
Got to have W's from here on out. This is Connor Adair, center fielder. 0-1. Adair takes a ball. 1-1's the count. And we were talking about speed and how that seems to be the attention getter. Adair shows bunt there.
Speed changes the game for sure.
Yeah, I mean that's probably true in all the sports, but talking about the speed of the pitch and how much attention it draws.
Oh, yeah.
That gets all the headlines. Velocity gets all the headlines. But then you got guys, you talk about McLean Moody, who's just kind of nursing an injury right now. You probably won't see him until we get to the playoffs. Keeping our fingers crossed there. You got to have W's the rest of the way in to be able to get to that point.
Right.
But he is a guy that can throw it low 90s,
right,
and it's very impressive. But then you got guys on the bump right now, like Matlock, that you see a lot of spin. There's a high fly ball is going to go into right field. Gary there to squeeze that one for the first out. And that's going to bring up Bodie Gist.
Now batting for the Tigers.
Look at here.
All right, we're going to welcome in Chad Frazier, who has come from Oklahoma City. You know what? I got to be – I'm feeling really, really special. I called Coach Little this morning, and I said, hey, what are you doing? He goes, well, I'm in Orlando. I said, well, we got a game at 5. He goes, I'll be there. Called Coach Frazier, and I said, Coach, we got a game there. I texted you. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I said, we got a game at 5, and he called me. He said, did you tell me that? Because I'm on my way to Oklahoma City. And I said, no, I probably didn't tell you because we're fighting weather. We never know if we're going to have a broadcast or not. And he said he was going to Oklahoma City to watch Jet. And I said, man, that's all good. And here he is at the top of the 4th. Thank you guys for doing what you do.
That ought to tell you, Buzz, where you stand with me as opposed to Coach Frazier.
That's so nice.
Oh, I jumped on a jet. I
Right
jumped
then.
on a jet and came back. I said, Buzz needs me.
It's a true story. He was in Orlando when I talked.
Jumped on a jet. Here he is.
Yep. It was Allegiant. It was not anything.
It wasn't a private jet.
No, it wasn't a private. It was Allegiant.
But it got you here quick, didn't it?
2 hours.
Left fielder, Bodie Gist.
So I was able to start picking it up a little bit on Game Changer. Excuse me. And right around, like I said, around Muldrow, and saw that it was 2-0 game pretty quick. But looks like Logan's hanging in there.
Yeah, that was a high fly ball that may, is it going to get down? And it does. That's foul. Yeah, Jackson Stevens in pursuit. Got a late start.
Yeah, that's
on
a long
Probably
way to
could have
go.
got there. It is a long way to go, but
and the wind's pushing it that way as well.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a long way to run for sure.
We've seen two shots. We saw one bounce over the fence in left field, and we're talking about Bentonville. Then had another one right at the 335 mark over the small part of the fence on the fly, and that was into the teeth of it.
Yeah.
So the ball's flying.
Sure is.
Yeah, and it's blowing in, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they've squared up a few.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we've had some scoring opportunities, and probably the best one, we had a runner at second, and Calderera was at bat, and he hit one down the right field line that we thought that it caught the stripe. There's a shot into center field. Andrew Taylor will grab that one.
That's a really good piece of hitting by the Bentonville batter. Slider on the outside half of the plate. He let it travel, drove it right back up to left center. That's a good piece of hit.
Yeah. Coach Abbott's guys typically, I mean, they usually swing it good. He does a good job with them, and fundamentally they're usually right. So,
Coach, we had something that you don't see very often. We had a play at second that Standards came out of his shortstop position, and I think it was a throw from Martinez, and he thought that he tagged him. The kid came off the bag and then came back to the bag. He was called safe to begin with. Standards thought he had him.
yeah.
And Hankins went out and got it overturned.
Wow.
Yeah.
You don't see that very often.
Oh, rare.
So just the rhythm of the play, Cash thought he tagged him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You could tell by his body language.
And you knew that the guy hook slid, and somebody better get to third.
Cover third.
A little mental error there by Calderera.
Yeah. Fundamentals right there. That's just watch. He got caught up watching play, forgot about the runner.
Now batting number 2, J.J. Spafford.
Shortstop, Spafford.
Get this out and you get away with it.
Yeah,
That's right.
forget about it then.
Good pitch.
Nice pitch.
I guess that missed outside.
I guess it did.
Get the call.
Thought that got some of the plate there.
Couldn't tell how
no.
Alex received it. That might have been the difference. Good, there it is.
It's going to be called off. That's Ken Cannon from second
right.
base makes the play, and we get out of it. 2-0 still the score. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Family. It's bigger than bloodlines, stronger than DNA. It's the circle we draw around the people that matter, the people we care about and care for, the folks who inspire us, guide us, root for us. Family means finding common ground, rolling up our sleeves, and making our way side by side. Armstrong Bank. Strength runs in our family.
With an older car, there's so much maintenance. Knowing that my brakes are covered for life with the Golden Guarantee is a relief. I'd like to be driving this car forever, so that's why I keep taking it back to Midas.
At Escape Camper Vans, we exist to make the outdoors more accessible. We have about 630 vans in our fleet. These vehicles get so much wear and tear. Knowing that there's a warranty on parts through Midas, the Golden Guarantee is so important to our business.
Whether it's record temperatures or below freezing, Ted's is here to keep you comfortable all year long. We've been in business for over 55 years, and we love serving our community. Call today and schedule your seasonal checkup so you're always prepared for what's around the corner. Ted's Air Conditioning and Heating, always ready to help. Tell us you saw Duke and save 10%.
Bottom of the fourth, down 2-0. Right fielder Elijah Fieri. One at a time, guys. You know, we've done a good job defensively, with the exception of one inning, and you still kind of get a good feeling like, hey, we're where we need to be. Still got a lot of baseball to play. Just one at a time.
And that, you know, that's what we've seen a lot of this year. We've seen some, for the most part, pitching and defense has been what's keeping us in the games. We just got to get it going offensively a little bit. But I mean, you're 2-0 in the fourth. You're right in the mix. You just need a couple good things to happen.
That's Spafford at short. Throws on the run.
Good play.
About 90% of the time, when you try to pull a pitch on the outside half of the plate, that's what happens.
That's right. That's right.
Batting number 7.
That was a great job by the shortstop. He made I'm going to say it's a play that should have been made without question, but it wasn't necessarily a routine play. He made it look easy, though. That's what good defenders do. Did a good job getting around it, getting the ball out of his glove and throwing it on the run, getting rid of it.
You know, and a lot of times you have a first baseman make you look pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
That was Hans Cleaver, first baseman for the Tigers, has done a good job there. Just one he couldn't handle that was overthrown by Davis. That gave us our best opportunity that we did not.
And then Davis came
capitalize.
Back. And then Davis came back and made two great plays to end the inning.
He did.
He redeemed himself.
1-1 to the lefty.
Cash has been able to string together some quality at bats the last couple of ball games. Starting to grow up a little bit at the plate for a ninth grader.
Isn't that amazing?
Mm-hmm. Wear it.
Yeah.
Wear it.
Take
one for the tee right now.
That's easy for us to say.
Yeah. And it was a breaking ball. Wear it.
Yeah. But you know, that's something you got to practice that.
You do.
You practice that.
Yeah. You got to be determined to stand in there and not budge, not flinch.
Throws the strike and he loads it up. You got a lefty against a lefty.
Yeah, he got him on the slider last inning. See if he goes back to it here.
If he does, you know he's got a lot of confidence in it if he's throwing in a full count.
All right.
That's good. That's a good call. That ball's off the plate. Good pitch. Good pitcher's pitch.
Evan Ross. One out, but he's got a man at first. DH.
Courtesy runner number 4.
How many times do you need to see a batter, especially in high school, before you start really getting the feel of that guy?
For a batter?
For a batter, how many times do you need to bat before in high school before you start getting the feel
for the guy you're facing? Oh my goodness.
That was Maddox Cannon who was pinch running. That's going to make it 2 down. Yeah, how many times do you need to see a pitcher before you kind of start getting a feel of what his stuff is?
You should, by your third time, sometimes second time, but for sure by your third time around, you should have a good idea of how he's trying to pitch to you.
Yeah, you see him that many times, 3, 4, 5 times. I mean, you start getting an idea what the ball looks like coming out of his hand and how they, like Coach said, how they may be trying to pitch you and get timing, get the velocity, see the breaking ball, all that stuff.
Good pitch. And, and especially with lefties, especially with this guy, he's got a nice tailing fastball, and that's hard on a right-handed hitter, and it's really, really tough on a left-handed hitter.
that's what lefties do in baseball. They change your approach a little bit. I mean, your approach should be the same, but how you move about in the box and where you need to stand based on where his stuff breaks. And, typically a lot of times right-handers, you're going to get on the plate a little bit more against left-handed pitching. Because of what Coach Little said, the ball's running away from you most of the time.
Well, Evan gets a walk. Now Jackson
Batting
Stevens.
number 6, Jackson Stevens.
At the higher levels, college and professional baseball, not many people like left-left matchups because not many good left-handed hitters see just a ton of good left-handed pitching. So advantage pitcher most of the time.
Right.
And that's why you see in critical situations in ball games, a lot of times you see guys, if he's facing if you got a right-handed pitcher and he's facing a good left-handed hitter, that might be the time where they bring in a guy out of the bullpen that's a lefty to face that left-handed hitter.
Sure. So in high school, you see, Coach Little and I were talking about the difference between velocity and spin. In high school, you've got some guys that can throw 90 like McLean, but then most of the guys you see are more of the movement pitchers in high school, and then once that arm grows up a little bit, the velocity increases.
Well, it's if you throw low 80s and you can hit your spots, change speeds, you can win in high school. I mean,
you can win in college.
You can win in college, yeah.
No question.
Greg Maddux, one of the greatest pitchers of all time, he didn't touch 90 very often. I think in high school, of course, you got a guy that's throwing 92, 93, throwing BBs up there. That's tough to hit.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're not accurate, if they're wild, then it's all for naught. You get a guy in the low to mid 80s that can hit their spots and is a real what you call he's a pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
You win a lot of ball games with those guys.
That's right.
So as a batter,
good take right there.
Obviously a guy that can throw low 90s is intimidating.
Sure.
And that's what you're worried about first more is the speed, protecting yourself.
Yep.
But
got the runners going on the pitch. You got to be smart here with a lefty.
Yeah, full count, 2 outs.
Just take your time. Make sure he goes home.
Good job. That's trouble.
Spafford, what a nice play. And there it is with your first baseman, Brooks Handcleaver. Had to make a stretch to get that out.
Great play by the shortstop.
Was that Jackson Stevens? Is that who that was for us?
Jackson Stevens.
Yeah. Good job by him with 2 strikes.
Yeah.
Getting off the knob a little bit, spreading out in the box, choking up, putting the ball in play. And they've made 2 good plays in the last 2 innings.
That's right.
At shortstop.
Yeah, we just got to quit making mental errors. We had a pick off at first to get started.
Yeah. Now, Buzz, you were talking about velocity and get to go watch the junior college kids a lot because of where Jet's at right now. But a couple of weeks ago, we played Murray State. I counted 7 lefties. None of them threw under 88. All right, none of them. Everybody on their staff was in the broad picture. They were 88 to 95. I saw one lefty throwing 95.
Wow.
But that goes back to what Coach Little was saying. He had a tough time throwing strikes.
Yeah.
So he didn't last very long.
Right.
We got 1 hit off of him. He walked 3 guys. They came and got him. So the old saying, what people talk about all the time now, velocity will get you looked at.
Right.
And it will get you drafted at the highest level of professional baseball. But there's still something to be said for those guys that can go out there and throw it up and down, side to side, and throw strikes.
Right.
And
get outs.
And get outs.
Get outs.
There's an old saying, hey, as long as that hitter is turning right at the end of the at-bat, you're in good shape. Doesn't matter how you do it.
This is the third baseman, Brooks Handcleaver.
My old buddy Paul Roper, who's listening to us right now, Northside Grizzly, he made him turn right a lot. There you go, Paulie.
Well, what do you, as far as injuries go to a pitcher, you got guys, you got one on each side. You got the velocity pitchers, you got the spin pitchers. Where do you see the potential for most injuries?
Nowadays with the velocity. I mean, big time, because of what's happening with a all of the throwing programs that these guys are on, that ball is
shot
obliterated.
into the center, and that is Andrew Taylor got a nice jump on it, but
he had a beat on that.
Hitting it hard.
He did.
Andrew had a beat on that off the bat.
He did.
Can't hit it much harder than that. But this day and time, it's velocity. That's what's causing a lot of problems, but it's also making people a lot of money.
Yeah.
So, it's just a matter of how you want to go about it.
I went to the fair one time, and you know how they'll have the radar gun out there?
Yeah.
Now, this is when I was a little bit younger.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Here we go.
No, I was a little younger.
Here we go.
All right, so, and I had my date with me and all that. And once you got to a certain MPH, you'd get whatever. I didn't really care about what I was going to get. I just wanted to see that speed on there. And, man, I lined up, got in the stretch, and, I let it go. When it showed 52 miles an hour, I fell over. And I'm like, is this ball weighted or what am I throwing here? 52.
52. Time to go home. Bag it up. Bag it up.
Could
boys.
you hit a 52-mile-an-hour pitch?
Don't they call that the EFUS pitch?
Hey, everybody can hit a 52-mile-an-hour pitch, but whether or not they line it out or do that right there and pop it up.
Well, that is straight up Martinez. What a great job concentrating and squeezing that one for the second out. Guys, I wanted to know right where that one was.
Most people can put a barrel on a 52-mile-an-hour pitch, but a lot of them hit it right there, straight up too. So, hey, pick your poison. Isn't that right?
Oh man, I'm telling you, back when I played, you got a guy throwing gas up there 90 miles an hour, and then you bring a guy in relief that's got about a 10, 15 mile an hour less.
Yeah.
Throws about between 75 and 85 or 75 and 80. It messes the batters up.
Oh, I can imagine. Once you get used to that heat.
I think the most drastic change in the game of baseball for anybody is a hard righty, low 90s righty to a soft lefty.
Yeah.
Or vice versa.
I agree.
Hard lefty to a soft righty. You can't get – because all of a sudden now, your mind, you've got to trigger at the plate and say, okay, I got to figure this out and figure out the timing, number one, and how I'm going to approach this and what I'm going to try to do here at the plate. What's going to be my purpose here? So
Eli McCall just striped one right up the middle.
He hung that curveball a little bit.
Hung it up a little bit.
McCall, the DH for the Tigers. This will be Connor Davis.
It just goes to show you, just sitting here watching this right now, watching Bentonville, where they're at in the conference. We got Logan Matlock on the bump right now, who's a mid to upper 80s kid, who's throwing a really good baseball game, and it just goes to show you that there are a lot of good hitters out there.
Sure.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good hitters out there, and there's a lot of good pitchers. And hey, you're not going to throw a no hitter every time you step on the bump. That's just the way it's going to be.
Logan's going to continue his career this year too, right?
He is. He's committed to Carl Albert where Jed is, and I think that that'll be a good fit for him. Sure. I really do. To go over there as a pitcher, and he'll go over there and develop and get in the weight room and get stronger, and there's not. Even the guys at the highest level, but there's not any kid out of high school that comes out that is completely developed in every phase of, whatever their chosen sport is. So there's plenty of work out there for him to do and all these kids. So
Connor Davis, who has done a really good job today from third. 2 outs. Got a man at first.
Got to go after him.
Throw strikes.
That's it. PTZ, baby. Pound the zone. Let you guys play behind you.
3-0.
He's at 91 pitches right now. Here we are in the top of the 5th, so he's got to hopefully get through this pretty quick. Get one more inning out of him.
It's like we got somebody is warming up in the bullpen.
3-1.
Perfect time to throw the two seam right here. Try to get a ground ball or a pop up and get out of it. 3-1. Good
Foul.
pitch.
All right.
Loaded up.
Full count, 2 outs. The runner will be going on the pitch. Coach Frazier, courtesy pick over here just to see if he's leaning. Yeah.
What do you got to lose? You know?
Right.
Maybe 2 in a row. Just to, you know, and it doesn't just help on a stolen base. It helps on the force play, too.
That's right.
You know? So there's a lot of advantages to doing that. There you go. Good idea. I'm not so sure I wouldn't do it 1 or 2 more times just to keep him close.
You know, and it might get in the batter's head, too.
Yeah, you
do
get
that
him
a few times.
Get him out of rhythm.
Our runners at first and second. Casey Christ.
Who's that? Parnell down there getting loose?
I believe it is. Yeah, we got to get this out right here. We don't need to give up any runs. 2 outs. We need a big out right here. Keep us in striking distance right here.
I don't know that, you know, if I'm in this dugout, I think this is a good decision right here. That's what I was getting ready to say. Your senior guy, he's your bell cow. I don't think you go get him right here. It's just a 2-0 game. Let him get this tough out right here, and if you're going to pull him after this, let Parnell start the next inning. You know, it may backfire, but that's just my gut instinct and how I feel about it. Just sitting here knowing who we are and having an idea what we are as a baseball team right now. I think this is our best bet, and then let Landon start at the next inning. Good pitch.
Well, nice pitch to Christ. 0-1.
Good pitch.
Christ, who I don't have any height and weight, but he looks to be about 5'5", maybe 5'6".
Yeah, he's put together too.
Yeah, he really is.
Another good pitch.
Same pitch. 0-2.
Now you miss even more here in Seafield Chase.
Yep.
Got to do a good job behind the plate, blocking it, keeping the guys where they're at.
Oh, throw him out.
Oh, we got him
right.
Run down here.
Keep an eye right here. Keep an eye.
Watch the home. Watch home.
Yeah,
he's got him. There you go. Howard got him.
Well, got the out. Didn't give up a big inning, so you're sitting there 3-0 right now. You don't know who was. You don't know what our call was in the dugout in that situation. If you get to first and third, you know who's your priority right there. You know, is it the guy on first or the guy on third? So evidently this was it for us. We weren't afraid to give up 1 run and get the out and get out of it.
And you know that's something that you work on and you work on in the off season. So when it happens, you should instinctively know what to do.
Yeah. And you predetermine that, like I said. But you know, before it ever happens, you know that something you could get into that situation. You make the call and you say, okay, who's the priority? That way, the decision's taken out of their hands. Now all they got to do is go out and execute.
Just execute it
on defense. If you want to give up the run and worry about this guy. If you don't, keep him in the rundown. Yeah. Eyes on the runner at third. He breaks to the plate. Set your feet, make the throw.
Yeah, the worst scenario is the guy scores and the other guy's safe on second. That's the worst case scenario. You don't want that.
Yeah. I always told, and I'm a believer in this, I always told kids, you get in the first and third, the force balk situation, trying to get you in a rundown and make you execute. If the worst thing that happens out of the whole thing, you wind up back with first and third, you're okay.
That's right. That's right.
If that's the worst thing that happens, because even though you didn't get the out, you didn't give up a run, and you're right back where you started.
Lucas Caldera.
Lucas Calderera, third baseman. Boy,
And I'll say this. Bentonville, the runner on first, did a great job. When he saw Martinez throwing to second, he shut down and said, let's get in a run down to score a run. So
by time. Yeah, sure did. That you could tell that was coached, you know. We got the out and got out of it.
Takes a strike. Boy, hit a shot down the right field line his last at bat.
About an inch.
Yeah, if
off the line.
If that. 0-2.
I'll tell you what I've seen a couple times. This young man from Bentonville, I don't know his name, but this pitcher, yes, sir.
Boyce Reed.
Boyce Reed, okay. You were talking a while ago about his fastball running away from right-handers, but what he can do, I've seen him do it 3 or 4 times just in the short time that I've been here. He can get it on the inner third of the plate to a right-hander,
that's
hard to do.
That's hard.
Yeah,
that's hard for a lot of left-handers to do, to pitch to that side of the plate effectively and keep it out of the middle.
But if they can and keep it on your hands, they're tough. No way to fight that one off.
He did. Good job, Lucas.
That's why a lot of times, you know, left-handers, when a left-handed pitcher faces a right-handed hitter like this, you know, at the higher levels, right-handed hitters want to see left-handed pitching because the ball's over the plate a lot more.
Up back to second. He'll backhand it, throw him out at first. That was Casey Christ.
Now batting, number 18, Andrew Taylor.
All right, back to the top of the order. Andrew Taylor.
Looks like he's coming inside again. Supposed to.
Breaking ball right there. Trying to start him off with a breaking ball. Andrew's got his toes on the chalk. He's covering the plate, so good take.
Let's get something going here. Got to have base runners.
Curveball. So if I'm Andrew right now, I'm sitting on one pitch, one spot. I'm looking for a fastball right down the middle.
That's right.
Good. 3-0.
Need some base runners here.
You know, really, the first inning is all that he'd really been challenged with base runners, multiple base runners. So not for sure what his pitch count is right now, but it's probably not as high as Logan's was.
He's at 69 right now.
Okay.
Good.
All right.
Taylor take a walk. Ken Cannon.
2 for 2, isn't he?
Yeah.
2 good base hits.
My good buddy and friend, Coach Abbott, Todd Abbott at Bentonville, he and I played together at West Stark years ago. And his dad, y'all might remember his name, Glenn Abbott, played for the Oakland A's back in the 70s.
Oh, yeah.
During their dynasty days in the 70s. And Todd pitched at West Ark with me, but then he went to Arkansas, threw a no-hitter at Arkansas.
Wow.
Got drafted after his senior year and went and played about 5 or 6 years of pro ball and made it to AAA. Well, he was knocking on the door of the big leagues. He almost got there. Big right-hander, about 6'4".
Yeah,
he can throw it.
He's a big
now.
lad.
He is. He can throw it. Great guy.
We're going to replace Boyce Reed. He's had a good game so far.
Yeah, he threw a good ball game.
He did.
I always felt, you know, if you got some pride about you, which most pitchers do, anytime you walk off the field and the opponent's got a goose egg on the scoreboard, it kind of bothers you a little bit.
Yeah, I hear you.
Coach, I'm not coming out.
And his pitch count wasn't that high.
No. It's situational. He may not be built up to throw more than 75 pitches or so. So it's either situational or, you know, you're taking care of the kid right here.
Or they saw Kincannon coming up, batted from the right side, got 2 base hits. I don't know if he's aware that Kincannon's switch hitter, so he's going to turn around and go from the left side. So hopefully his strategy backfires here.
That's right. And that goes back to all the matchup things we were talking about a while ago.
Right.
Left, right, right, left. You know, in a perfect world, that's why everybody wants switch hitters.
This is a situation where, you know, from the left side, Kincannon, good speed, lays the bunts down pretty good. This might be a situation from the left side. He lays one down.
It might.
You know, even if they get him out, and then we got somebody in scoring position.
Yeah, this is Carter Allen who's going to be on the bump now. Andrew Taylor at first after a walk. 1 down. Well, I'm going to talk to Coach Walden about doing a little fundraiser. I'm going to see if I can get an at-bat. I tried to do this with Coach Little. He wouldn't let me do it.
I just didn't want you to get embarrassed.
We're going to do a little fundraiser.
The pitcher that I had then is a starting D1 pitcher, Kaylin Massey.
Yeah, Coach, I'd have jacked it.
She would have embarrassed you.
I'd have jacked it.
She would have embarrassed you, and I would have been rolling.
Well, I appreciate you saving me the embarrassment.
Couldn't handle it.
Oh,
what you need to do
or Mallory will
what you need to do is
me.
get all the coaches to do it. That's what you need.
There we go.
No, I'm scared to get in the box.
I want to see Coach Solly and Coach Curry get in there with it. That's what I want.
They'd helicopter that bat after whiffing on it. That's a good pitch.
Oh, Allen with
Coach Fitz could stand in there and more than handle his own. Coach Bracken could more than handle his own. Coach Bracken played college baseball. Coach Fitz was a heck of a high school player and an unbelievable softball player, too. Could really hit it.
For you folks watching, we have a net in front of us.
Oh, man.
And that foul ball came right back.
Yes.
And why people jump when that ball's coming at them and there's a net in front of there, I don't get it.
Yeah.
But people do.
They're afraid of it.
And Buzz just did.
I just did it.
They're afraid of the baseball, Dave.
Well, I ducked. But, hey, when you got hit by as many pitches as I did, you become gun shy. My dad finally quit watching. He said, I can't bear to watch this anymore. But, you know, when I was a kid growing up, I don't know about you guys, there wasn't a T-ball or a pitching machine. It was all pitchers. Mm-hmm. And you take a 10-year-old that could throw it hard, he had no idea where it was going.
Good pitch right
there. That was a great pitch.
Strikes out Kincannon.
That was a great pitch. He thought it was off the plate. With 2 strikes, you gotta punch it. You gotta foul it off, whatever.
Yeah. It was, it might have been on the river right there between the black and the chalk of the batter's box, but it's too close to take with 2 strikes.
In the early innings, he was giving both pitchers that.
Yeah.
It's our job to go back to tell the rest of the guys, hey,
it's what you're getting.
This is what you're getting.
That's right.
Don't go chase. If you got 2 strikes, he's going to call that a strike. You got to protect the plate.
That's exactly right.
Martinez with 2 outs. Just a couple of base hits here. 0-2.
And in Mason's defense, as a hitter, you've got about that long to make that decision.
That's right.
It happens that fast.
This young man's coming in here and he's throwing strikes.
He is. He's filling it up.
He's throwing strikes.
Yeah.
He is filling it up.
Well, that was high fly ball in between right or center and left. Center fielder makes the grab. That was Connor Adair to end the inning.
Got 6 outs.
Yeah. Yep, that's right. 6 outs left. We'll take a break and come back for the next 3. Stay with us.
Sawyer's is about more than sunrooms, patios, and home improvement. For over 30 years, we've been about people, about our community, about you. We make quality products affordable so you can focus on making memories with those who matter most. We bring our passion for great craftsmanship and take pride in the work we do so you can count on it lasting a lifetime. Give us a call today and see the difference we can make for you.
You're in business to do business, not paperwork. That's where the skills of Potts & Company certified public accountants can help you succeed. Trust the experienced professionals of Potts & Company for tax preparation, bookkeeping, and other business services. Using QuickBooks for your operations? They're QuickBooks experts. The Potts & Company team can help you establish, organize, and optimize your QuickBooks for utmost effectiveness. Visit pottscpa.com to learn more.
Welcome back to action. Matlock will stay on the bone. Go to the top of the sixth, down 3-0.
Buzz, we had a substitution for Bentonville. Reed, the pitcher,
went to
center. Adair came out, and the pitcher took his spot in the order. So Reed's actually the one that Reese
made the center field.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. All right, Casey Grist. Chopper first. Matlock will have to hurry. He's safe. Grist with the wheels to outrun it.
Yeah,
safe at first.
I think Logan thought that was going to the second baseman, so he didn't break.
Too.
He got a late jump on it getting there. But as a pitcher, the first thing you want, anything hit to your glove side, if you're right-handed to the left side, you want to break until you get called off.
Cade Campbell will pinch run for Christ.
I had to go over there and say hi to my stepdad, Donnie Matlock.
How's Donnie doing?
He's doing good. He's hanging in there. He's came out here to watch Logan. So, doing good.
This is Connor Adair. You know the running bet I've got with Coach Fuller on music.
What's that?
You know what?
Oh, gosh.
Coach
It's so
Fuller
bad.
knows.
It's so bad.
I don't know.
It's not bad. It's
Okay.
He misuses the
They put a song up, and you got to guess the artist.
Right,
or the song.
Or the song.
Yeah.
But for them, it's been the artist
That's
as
right.
of late.
That's right.
And they've got.
Do they butcher it, or are y'all pretty good at it?
They've got some.
Oh, we're good.
They've got some wagers on it.
Fuller's a lot better than what you would think.
Is that right?
It started in Cabot 2 years ago.
Fuller is a musical guy.
And you wouldn't think that.
Yeah, he likes music. He appreciates music just like.
But, I know what kind of music he likes. And we were in Cabot, and this was pregame. He was on the field, had his wireless headset on, and we were just talking back and forth before the broadcast actually started. Song came on, and it was Kool and the Gang, and I knew he didn't know who it was. So I said, Mike, who's that for 100? Oh, he stammered around a little bit. I kept watching him. I didn't want him pulling his phone out or anything. And right before I said, okay, that's it, he goes, Kool and the Gang. And I almost fell out of the bleachers. And it's been going ever since. In fact, it was going on the other night, pretty heavy.
Oh, man.
But he misuses it. He'll say, ask me who it is for 100, and it doesn't work like that. All right, Adair will take a walk.
It was really impressive watching Alex right there catch and throw from behind the plate. 2 pitches in a row, he picks behind the runner at first base. You just don't see that very often.
Yeah.
It's a lot of confidence in your arm. Good job.
And he put it right where he's supposed to also.
Absolutely. Good job by Howerton of getting back to the bag. And, when you're at first base, you're always expecting the back pick. You're always expecting it on a pitch. So it's a good job by him getting back, trying to make the tag, but shows a lot of confidence. Logan threw the ball well today.
Yeah, he did. He's going to get a break now. Parnell will take his place. How many pitches he end up with?
103. So he would have come out probably after the next hitter anyway. So
what is it? What's the
110 is the pitch count, but you can, if you're in the middle of an at bat and you're at 110, you can finish the hitter.
Right.
And then you're done.
Can you start another batter at 109?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Pitching change for the Grizzlies. Coming on to pitch, number 11.
But you know, this time of year, their arms should be able to go 90 to 100. They should be able to go to that.
Should. If they're a starter.
Yeah, if they're a starter.
They should. I mean, it's warming up. You know, you're getting warm weather. They're throwing and, you know, doing band work and conditioning every day, and so yeah, and it's, you know, it's a build-up process for sure. You know, it's not something that just happens in your first 2 outings.
How many pitches do you have to throw before you get down to 52 miles an hour?
Most people just get out of bed and do that.
That's right. That's right.
There was a loose ball.
Some people can use their non-dominant arm.
I think I could go out there right now and throw 52 with my left hand and then turn around and throw 52 with my right hand. I think I can.
Hey, there was a loose ball or loose out of the batting cage earlier before the game started, and I was talking to Coach, and I fielded it though. All right, barehanded.
Yeah.
Fielded it, and I was
yeah.
going to throw it back to the kid. Hey, I'm from here to the concession, and I threw it as hard as I could to get about halfway there.
No,
man, I mean it hurt.
Hey, out for all you viewers listening, and you probably already know this, Buzz, he could kick a ball probably